Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into CapCut, one of the easiest video editors for beginners. You want to use it to edit videos and make money, but have no idea where to start. I've got you covered. No fluff, just straight to the point. From installation and setup to editing, audio, text, effects, and how to avoid those annoying paid features. All in one video. By the end of this, you'll finish your first project. Let's jump right in. First things first, let's get CapCut installed. Just Google CapCut and go to their official website. Download the official version. Seriously, only download from their site. Do not use some random third-party site. The current version installs to your C drive by default, so make sure you have enough space. The software itself takes about 1 GB plus cache project files. And exported stuff, I would say leave at least 10 GB, free to be safe. Download and install. Once it is done, we're ready to go. After launching CapCut, let's do some basic setup. Click the settings icon in the top right, then go to Settings under Draft. You'll see the save paths. They're set to C drive by default. Change them to another location. Trust me, avoid C drive. Also check Performance and change those paths too. Then head over to General and choose whatever language you're most comfortable working in. I'll stick to English for this tutorial, but if you follow along, it is fine. Create a new project. This is the main interface. Pretty straightforward. 2 main areas. Start by importing media. Bring in videos, audio, images, etc. Top left is your media bin. Top center is the preview window. Top right is the parameter panel. Bottom area is the timeline and tracks. That is where the magic happens. Drag a video clip onto the timeline. That is your video track. You can drag multiple clips plus audio, images, text, you name it. Now, one thing you might have noticed. We did not name our project yet. Yeah, CapCut hides the project naming area in a place that many beginners overlook. It is not a huge issue, but it is something worth knowing. In the preview window, there is a 3-line menu button. In the top right corner, that hides some really pro features. Scopes helps you check brightness, color cast, saturation with actual data. Not just your eyes. Great for fixing white balance and making skin tones look natural. Guides for precise alignment and split screen. Export still frame saves the current frame as a super high quality image, up to 4K or 8K. Perfect for thumbnails, wallpapers, or turning dynamic subtitles into static images. In the preview area, you see the current timestamp and total project length. This is social media preview. Let you see your video on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels, so your key stuff stays in the safe zone, not blocked by icons. Here is a quality button. Zoom button. Aspect ratio 9:16 or 1:1. For vertical short videos, 16:9. For widescreen. Now let's talk tracks. The first track is the main track. You'll notice several controls on the left side. These allow you to lock a track, hide a track, or mute a track. Click the 3 dots. You can adjust track height or show waveforms. Undo button. Right here. Split tool, here, to trim. Move the playhead to where you want to cut. Hit split. Now your clip is in 3 pieces. You can delete the right part or left part, or delete the whole clip. There's also a marker tool, great for organizing long footage. Whenever you find an important moment, simply drop a marker. Later, instead of searching through the entire timeline again, you can jump directly back to that location. Crop button. Cropping allows you to remove unwanted parts of the frame. Just keep in mind that when you crop too aggressively, you're effectively zooming into the image, which may reduce visual quality depending on the resolution of your footage. Freeze frame. Great for grabbing attention. This is a surprisingly useful feature. A freeze frame takes a single frame from your video and turns it into a still image for a specific duration. Reverse. As the name suggests, reverse plays your footage backward. You'll also find mirror. Mirror flips the image horizontally. Rotate. Each click rotates the image by 90 degrees. One thing you'll notice is that some features display a small diamond icon. That icon usually indicates that the feature requires a premium subscription. Now, some AI-powered stuff. Transcript Smart Cut for talking heads removes filler words and long pauses and unnecessary gaps in speech. Split scenes automatically cuts a long video into smaller segments based on scene changes. If you're working with footage that contains many camera angle changes, this feature can be a huge time saver. This remove background. Auto adjust. Smart. Adjust color. Enhance visual. Stabilize. Enhance quality image. Extract audio. This feature can separate audio from video and, in many cases, isolate voices from background music or environmental sounds. For content creators, this can be incredibly useful. Enhance audio. It can reduce background noise, improve speech clarity, and help create more consistent audio levels throughout the project. Voice recording. If you have a mic, you can record voiceover right here. Before moving on, let's quickly cover a few timeline controls that make editing easier. Then there is the magnetic main track toggle. When on, clips snap together like magnets. Auto snap helps align clips to cuts or markers. This makes precise editing much easier. Link toggle. When link is enabled, related elements stay connected. For example, if a text layer belongs to a specific video clip, moving the video clip can move the associated elements as well. Super useful. Preview axis toggle shows a yellow line under your mouse. This zoom to fit timeline. See the whole timeline. This zoom in out on timeline. Alright, now we're going to learn one of the most powerful concepts in video editing: keyframes. Keyframes allow you to animate changes over time. Instead of manually creating every frame of motion, you simply define a starting point and an ending point. CapCut automatically generates the movement in between. Once you understand keyframes, you'll be able to make static images feel dynamic and make simple videos look far more professional. Let's start with the most common example: zooming. Zoom in, zoom out, select a clip, and move the playhead to the point where you want the movement to begin. In the Properties panel, locate the scale setting. Set first keyframe at 100% scale. Click the diamond-shaped keyframe icon. This creates your first keyframe. Now move the playhead further down the timeline. Increase the scale to around 130%. CapCut automatically creates a second keyframe. Move again. Change to 68%. Third keyframe. Playback, zoom in, then zoom out. Now let's look at panning. Instead of changing scale, we'll change position. Move the playhead to the starting position. Click the diamond-shaped keyframe icon. Create your first keyframe. Move playhead forward on the timeline and drag the image slightly to the right. Second keyframe created. Move playhead forward again and drag the image left. Third keyframe appears. Look, smooth pan. Next is rotation. Create a starting keyframe with the image at its normal angle. click the diamond-shaped keyframe icon. First keyframe created, move playhead forward and adjust the rotation slightly. Make the second keyframe. Then create the third keyframe same way. Fun, right? Later I will show you motion tracking. Text following a moving object. Stay tuned, around the 13-minute mark. There is also custom remove background. This is the mask. Basically, it lets you control which parts of your video are visible, which parts are hidden, or apply special effects to specific areas. Masking is a really powerful and essential creative tool. If you have some time, just play around with it. Then there is the Retouch feature. It is for beauty and body adjustments. You can smooth skin, whiten teeth, things like that. Go ahead and give it a try. In the audio section, you can adjust the fade in and fade out duration. There is also video translation, vocal separation, voice enhancement, and more. Want slow motion or fast forward? Go to Speed Controls, Standard Speed, Adjust Multiplier or Duration, Curve Speed, Smooth, Speed changes, Velocity effects, syncs with music for dramatic effect. I'll show an example with background music later. Animation effects. In and out animations, watch out for the little diamond icon. That means paid. CapCut is getting more and more paid features. Unfortunately. Color adjustment. Professional grade. Now let's talk about something that many beginners underestimate. Audio. Here is a simple truth. People will often tolerate average video quality. They will not tolerate bad audio quality. That is why learning basic audio editing is so important. You can import your own or use CapCut's library. Just be careful with copyright. Drag a music track onto the timeline. Trim to match video length. Adjust volume, fade in, fade out. Also fun voice effects. Try them out. Right here on the right, there is this Project Analyze. It uses AI to look at your project and tell you how to make it better. Now let's move on to one of the most important parts of modern video editing. Text at the top of CapCut. Click the Text tab. Add default text, type anything, adjust size font. Background. You can also upload local subtitle files, SRT, etc. Bubble text, fancy text, text animations. Now let's move on to one of the most impressive features for beginners, motion tracking. Add text. Move it to where you want to start tracking. Extend the text duration. Choose motion tracking. Draw the box around the object you want to track. Hit start. Boom. Text follows the object. Text to speech. Type your text. Pick a voice. Click Generate Speech. Super easy. AI avatars are paid, so skipping that. Now let's talk about stickers. At first glance, stickers may seem like a simple feature, but they can actually be quite useful when used correctly. Click the Stickers tab, and you'll find a large library of graphics, icons, emojis, animations, arrows, symbols, and decorative elements. Just like many other parts of CapCut, you'll notice that some stickers display a diamond icon. Those typically require a premium subscription. If you're trying to keep costs down, focus on the free options. One of the most common uses for stickers is directing attention. To add a sticker, simply drag it onto the timeline. Once placed, you can resize it, reposition it, rotate it, and adjust its duration. Now let's move into one of the most popular sections of CapCut, effects. This is where many creators spend a lot of time experimenting. Effects can completely change the appearance and mood of your video. Click the Effects tab, and you'll find categories ranging from cinematic looks and camera simulations to glitches, light effects, particles, distortions, and stylized transitions. As always, watch for the diamond icon if you're trying to avoid premium features. Applying an effect is simple. Drag it onto the timeline and position it over the clip where you want the effect to appear. Then adjust the duration and settings as needed. Now here is something important. Many beginners discover effects and immediately want to use them everywhere. This is completely normal. Almost every editor goes through that phase. But over time, most professionals learn an important lesson. Effects are strongest when used selectively. Let's talk about transitions. Whenever one scene changes into another, you're creating a transition. To add a transition in CapCut, move to the point where two clips meet. Choose a transition. You'll see a small transition icon appear between them. Adjust duration. Smooth. Now let's move on to one of the most valuable features in modern video editing, captions. If you've spent any time on social media platforms, you've probably noticed that subtitles are everywhere. And there is a good reason for that. A large percentage of viewers watch videos with the sound turned down or completely muted. Subtitles help those viewers stay engaged. To generate subtitles in CapCut, click the Generate tab. Now here is something extremely important. Never assume automatically generated subtitles are 100% accurate, so double. Check. You can also add captions here. Now let's talk about filters. Filters are often one of the first creative tools beginners experiment with. Why? Because they're easy. Select a clip, drag the filter onto the timeline, and preview the result. Now we're entering one of the most powerful areas of video editing, color correction and color grading. This is where many videos begin to look truly professional. If filters are like applying a preset, color adjustment gives you direct control over the image. Click the Custom Adjustment, and you'll see a variety of settings. A LUT is essentially a predefined color transformation. Preset color grades, import and apply. Congratulations! Now it is time for the final step, exporting your project. This is where people get stuck. If you see a message saying you need to pay to export, that means you used some paid feature in your project. If you do not want to pay, go back, find that effect or sticker or text style, replace it with a free one, then export. Choose file name and location, again, not C drive if possible, and that is it. If you followed along with me, you now know enough to create, edit, and export your first video in CapCut. Don't worry about mastering every feature today. The best way to learn video editing is to start editing. If this tutorial helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what kind of videos you're planning to create. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.